All right, I'm L'Oreal, and I'm sitting here with the cast of Snowfall, my favorite show. Damn, he's gonna kill me. Dan.
Damn, son.
Idris,
Yes,
right?
beautiful.
Angela Lewis.
Yes.
And Amen. Joseph.
Amen. She got it right.
See?
She got it right.
So, first of all, look, I'm obsessed with Snowfall. You would think that I got paid to advertise it because I'll be right on Twitter like, my favorite show is on. It's like, I love Snowfall and you three, of course. So we're just going to get right into it. I get in people business, so I'm just letting you know right now. Okay. So it is a very touch into the culture kind of show. I want to know if there's anything or any part of the show that you felt like was too heavy for you to deal with. Because I know you had the situation with your mom, and it was like heartbreaking for me to watch. I was crying plenty of times because I'm really close with my mom. So what's your relationship with your mom, and like was that hard for you?
Yeah, the great thing about this show is, and these characters, the biggest theme is family, and we're all family people in our personal lives. I have a single mom who raised 6 kids.
Wow.
And I'm a mummy's boy, so I instantly connected to Franklin's relationship with Sissy, and how Sissy would do anything for Franklin. She'll literally die for him. And she's the one person that Franklin really, really trusts.
Right.
So, yeah, that relationship was beautiful. And I believe you guys could add on to that as well.
Yeah, I would just say, just in general, when things are hard emotionally, that makes it better.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if it's easy breezy, then, what are we really doing?
Mm-hmm.
What TV are we really making?
Right.
Yeah, I could say, like, the second season was a little difficult for me because we had a lot of ups, but more downs in the second season.
Yeah.
And just even talking to Angela, and even, the character's Aunt Louie, but I'm talking to Angela. I'm talking to a queen here. And Jerome can be a bit disrespectful sometimes.
He can.
And, it hurt. It kind of hurt. And I think even we'd be arguing off set.
Right. Yeah.
Like we'd be going
Lots
back
of
and
debates.
forth.
Or he would say something on set and as an improv, and I'd be like,
yeah. It would be, just so to tap into something that you wouldn't do every day, like it's not a part of your own personality. Right. Mm-hmm. That's a challenge, but it's a welcoming challenge, even though it's a little difficult.
And when you call Angela a queen, you are definitely a queen. And let me tell you, you be running things, child. You be running things. And him and everybody else you come in contact with. And I appreciate that because I do feel like for it to be like a strong role of a black woman on the show, surrounded by talented men, of course, black men, but for you to shine amongst, a bunch of talented black men, obviously, is something that I can appreciate. Yeah. And now, congratulations, because you're pregnant.
Yeah.
With Damsonella.
Is that what it is?
Yes, Damsonella.
Get your hand off my wife.
First off, are we going to see a new addition to the Snowfall cast? And
No spoilers. No spoilers.
You have to watch.
No spoilers.
Oh, really? So, we know it's not Claudia's.
You never know these days. It was the 80s. They didn't have the technology.
Right. So, was it difficult for you filming being pregnant?
I had my moments. Angela had her moments where, like, I remember at one point when my smells were really heightened. And there was a trash can right by my entrance.
She's always talking about this trash can.
Because it was intense, man. And nobody... okay. And we just had to get rid of the trash can because I was like, 10 minutes, I was heaving.
You
like,
was over it.
God. Yeah, it was bad.
Right.
Yeah, so I had my moments, but I was well taken care of.
Yeah, like I said, you definitely keep the guys in check. And she definitely helped you out. I say a lot of you gave me anxiety for watching this show because like in the beginning when it was like a lot of problems and troubles and you definitely tried to save him.
I tried to steer the boy right.
Yes, you did.
He hard-headed, but he make a lot of money.
So obviously that was a part of the reasoning why welcoming in the situation was fine. But have you ever had to have a talk with anybody that you seen going down the wrong path? Like that hard conversation you had with him, telling him basically not to do this, even though you helped him out with it anyways. But you didn't really want him him to do it either. You didn't want him to get involved in the whole crack game or drug game.
I just wanted him to be safe. You know what I mean? If you're going to do it, let's do it right. If you're not going to do it, let me know so I can figure out what else I'm going to do.
And that's the biggest thing as well about this season. It's like a lot of the characters are conflicted because violence is heightened and the influence from the law is a big theme this season with Andre Wright's character, Melody's dad. You know? He lives next door. He basically raised Franklin when his dad was on the streets, and he's telling Franklin this season, and you'll see it in the teasers, that I'm going to come after everyone if you don't stop this. I'm going to come after Aunt Louie, your uncles, your friends, and your mom. And that's something that's happening. So everyone's really kind of steering Franklin in the right direction and advising him so that he could run this business in a corporate manner. Everyone.
Right. And I feel like his approach is a little weird, because if it's someone you care about, is that your approach to try to get them to stop doing something?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be involved in this.
Good answer.
I'm on the straight and narrow.
Good one. So did y'all learn anything new from the show, like how to cook crack?
I did. I could be a wonderful salesman, but don't do drugs, kids.
Just buy them.
Just no.
Oh, my bad.
Jesus Christ.
So did you see a lot of like drugs affecting any area? Because I know you grew up in Detroit, you grew up in London, you grew up in Queens. Did you see the crack epidemic actually affect your areas where you lived?
Absolutely.
And how did it affect you?
I mean, you know, it's interesting growing up. Like after I've grown up and I'm talking to people like, you know, in college or when I moved to New York, and people who didn't necessarily have the same experience I had, and learning that my normal was pretty abnormal, you know what I mean? So yeah, there was a lot of devastation, but also a lot of love. You know what I mean? You there's crack vials, but you know, we playing hopscotch, and you know what I mean? Like family reunions, but you know, you got an uncle over there who's, you know,
it becomes normal.
Yeah, it's your normal. It doesn't mean that there's no love in your life. There's lots of love, but you know, there's trauma as well.
I just remember, you know, like the this at the time of saying that, you know, your mother or somebody is a crackhead. Like that was one of that was fighting words.
Your mama's a crack rock.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that was.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
It hit, and for that to hit so close to home, even if your mother wasn't, it's like that's the lowest thing. But at the same time, like she said, you playing hopscotch, or you know, we picking up crack vials and throwing them at each other. At the
not
bus.
even noticing like what, you know, what the big deal.
Not really know. So it was interesting to be a child coming up during that, but I couldn't imagine being an adult and going through the different civil rights movements and knowing the pride of community and watching it be destroyed right in front of your eyes.
Right. And I see you honored the other day at the BET Awards. You honored John Singleton. I want to send my condolences to all y'all. Know that was very unexpected and probably really hard to deal with. How different is it now working on set now that he's not there, you know, to kind of guide y'all a little more? Because especially you, I feel like he took you under the wing a lot. I've seen y'all in a lot of interviews together, a lot of things together. So, you know, how is that affecting you, and how is that changing the show a little?
He left me and everyone so many codes. You know, John was really passionate about this. He created this. And the biggest thing we take away from it is that he's still here.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and with this story, we know exactly the vision he had for it. We know exactly what excited him. He was like a kid on the set. Anytime there was a great scene, he'll be like, "Oh man, that was dope!" Yeah, he'll be spotting you and stuff like that. And that's the type of reaction we long for in his absence.
Right.
And you know, we have a chair with his name on it on set, and no one sits in it.
That's cool.
To let us know that he's always still around. Yeah. And yeah, he left us so many jewels, you know, that I'm going to be able to take and pass on to anyone that I want to mentor as well. And that's what's
challenges.
important.
He left us the challenge of being our best and standing in our power and telling the truth of the story.
Right.
You know, that never goes away.
And I feel like he was really raw and unfiltered. So did he ever like hurt any of y'all feelings at a point where you thought you killed it in the scene and he was like, that wasn't it?
He's never done that. He did that to
I was always brilliant.
I remember one time him and Angela went at it one time, but I remember the first day that I actually showed up on set. And I was getting mic'd up. I'm over in video. He's over in video.
You're just happy to be there. Like,
I'm just, I'm happy to be here. It's the first day of the shoot. You know what I mean? And John comes over. Hey, man, let me talk to you for a second. this is South Central. I mean, I know you from New York, right? I mean, yeah, you got this. I see you got the whole New York thing going. But you know, and he had like some. I don't know who he had there, but he had some dudes there. Some dudes look like they cut chains with their teeth. He was like, you know, these guys, you representing this. This is my neighborhood, so you got to come with it. So I'm staring back at him like, you gotta be effing kidding me.
On the
Right
first
now,
day?
you on first date, first scene?
Right.
As if I already don't got the bubble guts? You gonna do this? But that's how John was. I stared right back at him, says, go back to Video Village and watch me work.
Yeah, man.
But that's the type of guy we need. I think he also knew how to talk to each person.
Right.
You know, because these are personal experiences. These characters represent people that he experienced.
Right.
So he wanted to get the most out of each creator, each person that he's collaborating with, us artists, us actors, even his crew members. These are people that he handpicked, selected to do these jobs. So, just a monument of a man.
Yeah.
I still want to hear your story, Angela. You ain't get away with that.
We set you up.
Yeah.
I had a moment in this season where, you know, we were beating somebody up, and, you know, he was like, he came out from Video Village like, more Detroit, come on. And I'm thinking, I'm doing good. I'm like, okay, John. You know what I mean? But I was like, okay, I got to bring it. I'm not bringing it. And for me, that's valuable. I'm not into like people telling me yes just because.
Right,
you know,
right.
Tell me the truth. And he always told the truth.
I like that.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite John Singleton movie?
You said movie, good, because you said project. Huh?
Yeah.
Snowfall,
Yeah.
July 10th on FX. 10 p.m. But Rosewood. Rosewood for me. Yeah.
It's got to be Poetic Justice.
Oh, I
have
love
a
me
soft
some
spot
Poetic
for Poetic Justice.
Boys in the Hood. All
Boys
day.
in the Hood. I know you're familiar with DC, so what does HU mean to you?
Come on now.
I just
You
wanna
know.
Okay.
What's up?
so-
What's up?
You're a Howard
We got
alumni,
HU in the
and you
house.
were talking about Nando's. So
That's my place. That's my world right there.
is that your spot right
It's
there?
right downstairs, apparently. Yeah.
It is right downstairs. And one thing I would say about you, and I'm not trying to toot your horn or nothing and get your head big,
Come on, baby.
but I read that Denzel is one of the people that influence you. And
Yeah.
I will say that sometimes when I'm watching the show, you remind me of Denzel, like
Oh,
in
my
Training
Lord.
Day.
Wow.
And like I'm like, not like I said, get your head back to the side of it. No, I'm joking. But no, I really do see it. And I like so once you see him acting, was that your inspiration to get into acting?
100%. For me, I always looked at acting as not only just acting, but how you are in your personal life as well. And
Right.
as much as people want to focus just on the art of a person, I think what you do in your private life is really important. And Denzel, to me, was someone who was a fine example of good taste and prestige. And that's what I always want to chase, because I know where I came from.
Right.
And I know that kids are so influenced by their idols. And if I could be an idol like Denzel was for me, and like Sidney Poitier was for him, then I know I'm doing the right thing.
That's cool. Have you met him?
I have not met him.
Oh, really?
I know, right?
That's
I
surprising.
I kind of don't want to. They say never meet
Your
idols.
idols, exactly.
So yeah, I kind of don't want to, but hopefully one day I could work with him.
Okay, so fun question. If you had to recast yourself, just for an episode with a current entertainer, current rapper or singer, who would you recast yourself as?
Oh, wow. So a rapper has to play Franklin?
That's presently out right now.
You go, and
I'm going to go, but it isn't going to be present. I got to kill that part of it.
That's fine.
I would like to recast Jerome Saint as old DB.
Okay, I can see that.
That would be so fun.
I don't know if you'll be able to.
I don't know if you'll make it to
LDBs.
set every time.
Like,
Angela, I'm giving you more of a headache.
no.
I don't
Old
know.
DB like, that shit would be
With your
with the
your
curl and everything.
curls, your Jerry curl.
Just laid out. Oh man.
I mean, I don't know. This might be too obvious, but I'm going to say Cardi.
Okay.
Oh, my
Cardi
Lord.
would be a good movie.
That would
Wow.
be crazy.
That would be
Cardi and
crazy.
ODB are going to be your uncle and your aunt. Okay.
Yeah, we some good casting directors.
Yeah, I like this.
I would say Meek Mill.
I can see that. I can actually
I would
really
say
see
Meek
that.
Mill. And I know Meek personally, and he's a huge fan of the show. and I know he would kill it.
Oh my goodness.
Kill it.
So last question. Did you guys, so 50 likes to pick on everybody, especially people that are up against them. And I noticed that every time Snowfall comes on, power seems to be right around the corner. So do y'all think that that's on purpose, or is it like friendly competition?
No competition, man.
Yeah, there's space for everybody.
Yeah.
But I think, we don't have control. I mean, I don't know.
What you saying? 50 trolling?
I'm just saying, I don't want no problems with 50 neither. I was waiting for you to say it. You're a little bigger than me.
50 ain't trolling.
I mean, I'm just saying.
50 ain't worried about us.
He came at Empire, right? And I feel like he's not going to come at you guys like that because you are a really, really good show.
Hilarious.
But I do feel like friendly competition is always good. Like,
I think that goes beyond 50. I think that's networks. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I feel like everybody likes a
I don't
little
think it's
friendly
a coincidence.
competition.
She like, nah. You gonna take this beef. That's what she said. Nah, I think 50. I don't think 50's worried about Snowfall. You think he watches?
I'm just saying.
50, you watching Snowfall,
Yes.
bro?
I think so. Who's not watching Snowfall, to be honest? It's really, like, once I found out that John Singleton was directing this project, that automatically raised interest in my mind. So I know other people respect him so much that even if they never seen an episode or anything, they're going to tune in just because of his name. And that is what it is. But then once you watch one episode, I feel like that's it. I mean, I felt so bad for you so many times. I wanted to send some goons to help you. I'm like, Jerome, help. Somebody
I
help.
never forget. I remember the first
Told him
season.
not to go to Pico Union.
You told him.
The first season, I remember I was in the Grove, like eating a salad, like minding my own business, and then this old lady came up to me, beautiful old lady. She must have been about in her 70s, and she was like, "Now I know you got beat up real bad the other day, baby, but you need to stop being a little bitch and get your money back." And then walked off, and I was like, "What?" Like people really believe in the show, and they see me as a character. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, because that means you're acting pretty damn good. And especially because you're not from here. I know off bat, everybody's like, your accent is so good in the show.
Even me and Morris, we did the tribute the other night
Yeah.
at BET, and as soon as I started speaking, everyone was like, and I was like, how many interviews have I done? Like, I am British
I
from
thought
Peckham.
you were joking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be all the way honest with you.
It's funny because I recently did Black Mirror, and a lot of people were tweeting saying, "Wow, Franklin's British accent's really good."
And you're like, wait a minute there.
Where from?
No, not Dampton's, but Franklin's British.
Franklin's exactly. Yeah. That's funny. It's hilarious.
Does anybody ever think you and Idris Elba are
Oh, that's my big brother,
brothers
man.
and-
That's my big brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. We recently, got in touch and this year, and he kind of took me under his wing. He's a great idol and such a role model. He broke down so many doors that us young actors are now strolling through. So,
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of people thought we were related. for a
Yeah,
long
I
time.
did. I promise you. I was like, let me just Google their names together because maybe something's missing. And I just assumed that because y'all have the accent.
Oh no.
You know what
no.
I mean? You're doing the acting thing.
Oh no. He's no.
And I don't know
we're
that
not
many
related.
black dudes from London myself.
They doing acting thing. Yeah. We were in a picture one time, and like the thing was, Idris Elba parties with his actor son, Damson Idris. I was like,
Son.
Jesus Christ. I mean, I'll take it. Damn.
But how you think he felt when it said son instead of brother?
Oh Lord. Oh yeah, exactly.
He probably hates you for real, low-key. But
That's big bro.
I want to thank y'all so much for coming by
Bless you.
and plug the show. July 10th, right?
Yes, July 10th, Snowfall season 3. We're coming bigger and badder. We're gonna hit the ground running, and greatest show in the world.
Are you going to be killing any more people?
Nah.
I mean, there's a lot of bodies.
No bodies this year.
Are y'all going to do any more thruples? You know what that is, right? Because y'all were in a thruple. Y'all were the first thruple in America.
Might be some
That hit me
trizzing
late,
going
by
on.
the way.
Might be some trizzing going on. I don't know. You gotta tune in.
Yeah.
Well-
Definitely Snowfall, July 10th, 10 p.m. FX.
Effects, yeah.
All right. Thank y'all so much.
Bless you. Peace to the God.